we use Matador all day. This is the rotor department, and we do roto and paint. Rotor splines now in Matador is great. It does everything that we want it to do, and it has definitely evolved. And I don't know how we used to do it. It seems almost impossible when I look back on it, because rotor splines now are so powerful. We use Matador for all the shows that are in-house, and currently we're working on Jumanji, Dragonheart. We just finished Indian in the Cupboard. We're working on Mission, Congo, Casper, of course, Mask, of course, Forrest Gump, and then we do a lot of commercials. And we use Matador for all of those shows. This is a shot from Casper. This is BF-14. And this shot was very difficult because it's very long and it has a rod in it. So we had to go in and roto the rod out, and then we painted clean plates and then brought those through. Having Matador be as efficient as it is has enabled us to do so much more than we could do in the past. And on Casper, we did 40 minutes of CG-created frames, which would have been mind-boggling. We just couldn't have done it. We couldn't have had the time or the crew. And this has made our work go by so fast. Something that would take us literally 4 days, I can do in half a day now, without also burning out on it.
What are you made of? Well, you know that tingling feeling when your foot falls asleep? I think I'm made of that.
Well, Matador we use in two basic ways. I think you're aware of the 3D paint that we do for creatures, that we've integrated Matador into some software that we've developed here to allow real texture to come out of the 3D components. But we also use it really heavily to do a lot of matte extraction and set up for doing the compositing work that we have. So because the tools that you guys provide are easy and have actually sped up our rotoscoping process by, I think, a factor of 4 to 6 times as much work as we could do traditionally. You can get a ton more depth complexity. You can add element after element after element. And the things that you'll see in Indian in the Cupboard this year, or even Forrest Gump the year before, are a testament to that. I mean, that the richness of the final shot is due to that speed and efficiency. We've used Avid for a while, and certainly they've used Avid up at Skywalker Ranch to do a lot of George Lucas's projects. We were constantly asking for more effects-based tools, especially with the experience we've had with Matador and Parallax over the past 3.5, 4 years. That was a great choice for us because we know what type of tools will be available, and they're the ones that we already use and want to use.
In '92, we bought 5 systems from Parallax. We used them for openings, special projects, and a lot of animation work. We subsequently bought 6 systems that were to handle our daily news load, which is covering about 7 different news shows per day. So we have over-the-shoulder work, still frame, full-frame graphics, and some animation as well.
CFX has been going for over 12 years now. We tried to get involved in the production process at the level of advising the production team. The work that we do has changed a lot in the last 12 years. We started out doing basically completely straightforward wireframe computer animation, and now it's the whole spectrum of 2D, 3D, rendered, ray-traced, film work, television work, whatever. I think basically having Matador has been essential to being able to say that we can cover the sort of spectrum of things that we would like to be able to do, because it fills a gap that we have had here in terms of being able to work in a two-dimensional way. There's a lot of things about Matador that we like. There's the grading and the whole map pulling, the way that works is actually very intuitive, and the tracking and that sort of thing seems to work rather extremely well as well. In fact, I can see us using it quite a lot more than we have been, because it fits so much more neatly into doing the high-resolution film work that we seem to be doing a lot more of. You get your hands on the picture in a way you can't otherwise do, and that's the really important thing about it. I can't quite imagine how you could be in the business that we're in without having the software. It fills some serious gaps that if you haven't got it, you can't do this.
Excess started in February '94 as London's first software hardware-based facility. The concept was that the time had come to set a facility up based on the new emerging technologies. And in looking at what was available to me to buy, I decided to go with the Parallax product. Matador was and is a worldwide system. There are a lot of users. The tree structure of Advance, which is unique, every operator we have thinks it's absolute magic. There is no finite finish to what these things will be able to do, and that's one of the advantages, and it's why it's got to be listened to and watched very carefully.
Renault at the moment is definitely at the leading edge in industrial design computer graphics. We are here in the middle of the design center department of Renault. It is 250 people working there to create all the cars of the future, all the Renault cars of the future, all the Renault trucks, Renault buses, everything is created there. I think that generally speaking, Matador simplifies life of all the graphist people involved in computer graphics. It is true that we are using tricks and tools coming directly from the entertainment world, but we use them in a different way. With different goals. It is for the industry and the car industry and the car design.
Psygnosis has been producing games for about the last 8 years. We take games from original concept all the way through development and publishing. We develop for all the current platforms at any given time, so it includes Sega, Nintendo, right now PC and Sony PlayStation mainly.
There's so many different platforms out there that all have different colour specifications. They range from 16 colours all the way up to 32,000 colours. And more recently, 24-bit console systems are out. So we have to have a package that will encompass from 2 bits to 24 bits. And Matador Sprite does that. Colour reduction is of primary importance to us. And in order to get a package that has colour reduction and a load of other features as well included, that is a bonus. Matador Sprite has a lot more features than any of the Mac or basic PC-based systems. The soft zoom feature in Matador Sprite is very useful. Sub-pixel brush works below the resolution that we normally work to, and then it will approximate the line. Layered painting has become really, really handy. We never had any of those facilities before. Dithering's a very important feature for us. We need to make an image look like it's got more colours in it, and dithering does that. Matador Sprite has so many features that it's hard to sort of find the end.